Alright, guys, here we are, patch 0.7.2, the major balance patch for the mortgage. Hey champions, the version 0.7 balance patch is just around the corner and it's shaping up to be big. We also hope that it'll mark the beginning of the end of our focus on efforts to tackle time to kill, TTK, improvements in predecessor. As a reminder, our goal is to create a mid-late game environment that promotes more back and forth gameplay, more tense fights, and most importantly, more rewarding counterplay. The largest part of this process is, of course, fiddling with the base stats of our heroes. A lot of our heroes have fairly varied base stats that were once fitting, but due to these changes we've made throughout early access, are now no longer suitable. Generally speaking, we'll be looking at to make most heroes more durable even in the early game, largely due to crest sustain decreasing in the previous update, meaning that damage now sticks better. However, a couple heroes will be made a little squishier for certain cases, and we'll explain this reasoning case by case. Next up, items are also going to be getting a big checkup. Lots of passives are losing additional tack-on effects that end up contributing heavily to shorter TTK scenarios due to overload effects. Most of these are being trimmed off, reduced, or reworked. Finally, as stated, a few items are also getting reworked to allow tanks to provide more utility-focused and durable role within a team, whilst providing options to more players to deal with those tanks with particular itemization. Now that tanks have their new fun crest to play with, we want their usual items to reflect a similar behavior. As much as we're trimming their damage, haste, and natural use cases to provide more durable and utility-oriented effects. Upcoming patches may look to make adjustments to the changes brought about this patch as we continue to revise and hone our balance and design towards our original goals. Our original goal. So expect reaction-based changes rather than a new goal or purpose over the next few weeks. That was a struggle, but basically we're coming towards the end of the major TTK changes and major item reworks. A lot of tank items get changed. Some assassin items get changed in this patch, I know. This is an interesting patch, I will say. I am happy about a couple of the item reworks, but we'll get into it. New skins, Mechanical Titan Gadget and Aegis Steel Aegis Steel. I will probably pick this skin up. I don't think I'll pick up the Gadget. I might. Alright, heroes, casters, and tanks. So melee magical armor increased from 30 plus 1 growth to 32 plus 1.8 growth. Ranged magical armor increased from 30 plus 0.5 growth to 30 plus 0.9 growth. Okay. Countess physical armor growth increased from 3.5 to 4. Interesting. Blade Siphon, or her right mouse button, healing decreased from 10 going up to 14 at max level to now 8 going up to 12 at max level. Maximum health scaling decreased from 8% from 10% to 8%. So Countess lost quite a bit of healing there. Physical armor growth increased on crunch from 4 to 5.2. Gross. Left crunch, Ori's Q, base damage changed from 25 to 125 at max level to now 20 to 140 at max level. Okay. Total physical power scaling decreased from 120 to 115. AP scaling increased from 50% to 80%. Cooldown decreased, okay, from 11 seconds to down to 7 at max level to now 10 down to 6 at max level. Right crunch is E. Base damage changed from 75 to 115 at max level to now 80 to 200 at max level. Bonus physical power scaling decreased from 80% to 75%. AP scaling increased from 60% to 70%. Lower crunch, bonus physical power scaling now just decreased from 75% to 70%. Alright, Drongo. Health increased from 600 to 620. Health growth increased from 92 to 100. Nice little buff for Drongo there in the survivability category. Feng Mao. Health decreased from 650 to 640. Physical armor growth increased from 3.7 to 4.2. Gadget. Health increased from 580 to 600. Health growth increased from 100 to 104. Physical armor growth increased from 47 to 5. Shock Absorber passive. Base damage decreased from 42 to 34. Scaling decreased from 60% to 50%. Gideon health decreased from 640 to 620. Health growth increased from 105 to 107. Physical armor decreased from 26 to 24. Cosmic power scaling decreased from 51 to 45%. Void breach cooldown changed from 9 seconds going down to 7 at max level to now 10 seconds going down to 6 at max level. Black hole damage decreased from 450 to 900 at max level to now 405 to 855 at max level. So Gideon getting hit with a significant nerfs there. Grug's health increased from 600 to 640. Health growth decreased from 115 to 112. Physical armor growth increased from 4.8 to 5.2. Howitzer health decreased from 680 to 610. Health growth decreased from 110 to 108. Armed salvo, his passive scaling decreased from 30% to 20%. Slow grenades, first hit base damage decreased from 30 going up to 110 at max level to now 20 going up to 100 at max level. Secondary hits base damage decreased from 6 going up to 22 at max level to now 4 going up to 20 at max level. And landmine radius decreased from 440 to 380. So some significant hits to Howitzer. It's not huge numbers, but it's that I honestly think this might shove Howitzer in line a bit. The slow grenades and maybe he'll still be a bit good. For some reason I was thinking this was on the slow grenades. We'll see. Definitely helps. Kalari is getting some interesting changes. Health increased from 600 to 620. Health regen decreased from 2.8 to 2. Physical armor increased from 27 to 30. Shadow Walk, her Q, her stealth, damage changed. So this is the damage on the enhanced follow-up auto, where the next auto you do from stealth does bonus damage. Changed from 60 going up to 140 at max level to now 50 going up to 150 at max level. Scaling increased from 30% to 40%. That's physical power. Duration decreased from 8 going up to 12 seconds at max level to now 6 going up to 8 at max level. Fade in duration decreased from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. Cooldown increased from 8 seconds going down to 4 at max level to now 10 going down to 6 at max level. Bonus damage now applies to cleave, which I think it's really stupid that it didn't. This is a great change. Kalari's now needs to be more decisive and act faster. I love this change. Stealth is such an annoying mechanic, but I also think it has its place in a MOBA, and I think this was the correct way to go about changing it. Crippling Dagger, the right mouse button. Bonus monster damage increased from 80 to 100. Bonus damage now applies to minions. Slow duration decreased from 1 second to 0.5 seconds. Death Mark, bonus damage decreased from 15% to 10%. Guillotine, base damage increased from 170 to 490 at max level to now 200 to 540 at max level. She is an assassin. She should be able to one-shot backliners if she gets to them. The ult change is nice. The extra damage to minions to help with their jungle clear is great. I feel like there was this Death Mark patch note is wrong, but I might be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's work under the assumption that this is correct. Chimera. Health increased from 560 to 610. Health growth decreased from 115 to 105. Physical armor increased from 31 to 33. Physical power growth decreased from 3.6 to 3.2. Ambush, the right mouse button, the jump. Scaling decreased from 80% to 75%. However, quality of life change, and a very good one. Ambush now extends Spirit Regeneration stacks duration by 1 second when activated if Spirit Regeneration will expire within the next 1 second. So Chimera gets stacks off of hitting champions or jungle camps to gain health regen. Those stacks go away very quickly and cap at 30. A lot of the time, if you used your ambush to catch up to someone, you would lose your stacks by the time you landed, but now that won't happen anymore. So it's a huge quality of life change for Chimera. Kira base health increased from 590 to 610. Health growth increased from 86 to 98. That's a significant jump. Physical armor increased from 23 to 26. Physical armor growth decreased from 4.5 to 4. Dusk scaling per stack increased from 25% to 30%, so slight little buff there. Bellica health decreased from 620 to 600. Physical power growth increased from 2.6 to 3.2. Void Bomb, her right mouse button. Scaling decreased from 65 going up to 80% to now 60 going up to 75%. Explosion delay decreased from 0.8 to 0.7. A nerf here, a buff there. It's interesting. I agree that she is too durable at level 1. She's a very good level 1 in terms of health. Like, she's hard to kill, alarmingly. So, the health drop's nice. Moragash. Base mana regeneration decreased from 1.4 to 1.2. Pestilence, her passive minion monster minimum damage increased from 8 to 12. Mark, her right mouse button. Base damage changed from 70 going up to 210 at max level to now 80 going up to 200 at max level. The 80, the first 2 levels of this are very interesting. That's super impressive in lane. Kind of thinking of Phase Harvest Nettles. Scaling increased from 45% to 50%, so we're also getting additional scaling. Now, it doesn't mean a ton here, but it does mean something here still. That's interesting. That can be very scary in the offlane and in mid. Murdoch, health decreased from 590 to 580. Health growth increased from 88 to 102. Physical armor decreased from 26 to 24. Physical armor growth increased from 3.4 to 4.2. Buckshot, his right mouse button. Base damage decreased from 75 going up to 215 to now 70 going up to 190. Significant nerf there. Stimpack, his E. Bonus health removed. Auto activate removed. Movement speed duration decreased from 5 seconds to 2.5 seconds. Movement speed magnitude increased, however, from 4% going up to 8 at max level to now 30% flat. Mana cost changed from 80 to 60 going up to 100 at max level. Cooldown decreased from 20 going down to 12 at max level to now 24 going up to 8 at max level. I like the cooldown change a lot. As for the rest of this, I like the auto activate removed as well. I thought that was kind of unintuitive. Yeah. There's a lot of changes to Murdoch. Most of it a pretty significant nerf, but I think I'll keep him in line. He's a bit strong right now. Muriel, health growth decreased from 98 to 88. Physical armor increased from 24 to 28. Physical armor growth increased from 4.5 to 5. Phase, Essence Catalyst or passive base healing decreased, thank you, from 20 plus 8 per level to 16 plus 7 per level. Telekinetic link, her right mouse button linking to an ally no longer prevents the ability to immediately pull them for 1 second, so this is a bug fix that was very annoying, and now I think Phase is really... Like, this, I think, is a bigger buff than this is a nerf. I think Phase is really scary right now. Rampage. Wow, are they nerfing him again? Who would have thought? Base health increased from 560 to 610. Health growth decreased from 110 to 108. Physical armor increased from 28 to 31. Physical armor growth decreased from 4 to 3.6. King of the Jungle, his passive attack speed decreased from 20% to 37% to now 19%. Down to 28% only. Rumble, his E. Base damage changed once again, going from 110 to 230 at max level to now 100 to 220 at max level. Numbers are hard. Revenant, it just stat changes. Base health increase from 610 to 644. Health growth increased from 86 to 94. Physical armor growth increased from 3.6 to 44. Richter, health increased from 540 to 610. Physical armor growth increased from 3.5 to 5.3. So just straight, yeah, this is missing. There's something missing here. If I refresh, we might get it. Let's see if it's here. There we go. Shock therapy is Q. Base damage decreased from 60 going to 220 to now 60 going to 200. So we do get some shock therapy nerf there. I want to see if Kalari had something changed as well. Nope. Okay. Severog. So focus on jungle changes. Health growth decreased from 102 to 92. Physical armor growth increased from 4 to 4.5. Reaper of Souls passive now gains stacks based on the target's CS value, capped at 5. Stacks on hero kill increased from 3 to 5. I think that 3 was too low. It should have felt way more valuable to get a hero stack. Stacks per tier increased from 30 going up to 120 to now 40 going up to 160. Health per tier increased from 40 going up to 130 to now 50 going up to 200. So you do need more stacks to reach the cap, but it is significantly more valuable to hit the cap. Siphon bonus damage per tier decreased from 10 to 8. Shinbi scaling per wolf decreased on her alt R from 18% to 16%. Sparrow physical armor growth increased from 4.1 to 4.8. Steel health increased from 550 to 620. Physical armor increased from 30 to 34. Physical armor growth increased from 4 to 4.8. Shield bashes right mouse button. Enemy target max HP. Damage decreased from 5% to 4%. I think all of this is appropriate. I think he did feel, especially in offlane, I noticed it, that he felt kind of not very durable early on for someone who's supposed to be a tank. So this is it's nice that he was all up in this section, and the shield bash. Percent health damage on a tank is cringe. I think Richter should lose his. I don't think Richter or Steel should have it at all. So I'm glad to see it decreased. Faye, base health increased from 590 to 610. Physical armor growth increased from 4.5 to 5. Bramble Patch, her Q slow magnitude increased from 30% to 40%. That's actually significant. Fly Trap, her ultimate scaling decreased from 60% to 50%. I'm a fan of the Faye changes. They're small, but they are nice. So let's dive into the items here. We got Crest Ortis. Duration increased from 6 seconds to 8 seconds. It's actually nice. I'm not a fan of Ortis currently. Fixed an issue where CC would cancel the effect. Razorback, reflect decrease from 20% to 15%. Okay. Alchemical Rod, maximum stacks 10 ability haste removed. Font now grants magical power equal to 3.5% of maximum mana when fully stacked. Oh, this is the T2. Okay, this does make sense now. Alright, Barbed Pauldron. The passive, attack speed slow per stack decreased from 3% to 4%, or sorry, increased. Stacks increased from 5 to 6. That's the Frost Guard, if I'm not mistaken. Scalding Scepter, cost decreased from 1450 to 1300. Percent magical pen decreased from 20% to 18%. This is what builds into Caustica. Tomahawk, the physical pen item, percent pen item specifically. Physical power increased from 15 to 20%. Physical penetration increased from 15 to 18%. This is actually, that's quite the buff. This is quite the nerf, and this is quite the buff. Interesting. Deathstalker, the passive, bonus damage increased from 20% to 25%. Bonus true damage changed to bonus physical damage, so that bonus damage can be mitigated now. Demon Edge has been reworked, which is a shame because I kind of liked Demon Edge, but this is even better. Cost 3,000, 50 physical power, 12 physical pen, built from Greatsword and Honed Chris. Demonic, its passive, damaging a shielded target, deals 30% of the remaining shield as a bonus damage and grants you 20% movement speed for 2 seconds. The movement speed, I don't care about. It's a nice bonus, but we got anti-shield back in the game, baby. Let's go. All the Muriels, all the gadgets, they're going down. They don't stand a chance. I'm coming for them wherever they are. My time is here. It's back. I almost said my time is now. John Cena. I'm back, baby. No more shields. Get them out of here. Anti-shield was too niche, but it was currently the active niche. It was happening in front of us. Shields were good. Shields were OP, and we removed the anti-shield item. It's back, though. Dread, getting a little nerf, which I think is probably for the best. This item's too good. Physical penetration decreased from 10 to 8. Hero takedown healing decreased from 25% to 20%. Milady, or Malady, ability haste decreased from 15 to 10. That's fine. Mesmer added 275 health, 25 magical armor removed. Oh. I guess it's fine. Build path changed from Honecrest plus Nullifying Mask plus Saber to Honecrest plus Braided Emerald. Or Banded Emerald plus Saber. Mind Razor fixed a bug. It's just a notification, I guess. Omen! The passive physical power scaling decreased from 40% to 20% only. Cooldown reduction on hit increased from 1.5 to 2 seconds. Pain Weaver, losing 5 ability haste. The Perforator being reworked. Good, because that item, I've never built Perforator in my life. Cost 3,300. 55 physical power, 15 ability haste, built from Tomahawk, Saber, Ripper. The new passive, Puncture, rather. Gain 30% physical pen. And Chilling Spells, its second passive. Damaging abilities slow affected units by 20% or 10% for dot abilities for 1 second. So, there's 2 physical percent pen items currently. This and Demolisher. Demolisher being a crit item, this makes it so Perforator is the only non-crit percent pen item for physical damage dealers. This passive sucks. This secondary passive blows. It's better in offlane, but when you're someone who typically has a red buff, it's not great. Now, that being said, you do typically give your late game red buffs to your ADC. But, like, I don't know. I'm just not jazzed about this passive. This is really underwhelming. Carry, Breach got reworked. Cost 2.8k, now has 30 physical power, 35 attack speed, 25 crit chance. Builds from Barbaric Cleaver and Robust Arbalist. You can guess maybe where this is going from the Cleaver. Critical Cleave, its passive. Basic attacks deal an additional plus 30% of your total physical power. Physical damage in a small area around the target. This damage can critically strike. Damage ranges from 100% to 50% based on the distance between targets. I cannot wait to see how this works. This sounds very wacky. But it might be fun, so I'm down to clown. Demolisher, reworked. As I mentioned, 3,035 physical power, 25% crit chance. Puncture passive, 30% physical pen. Decide, deal 0 to 25% based on maximum health difference, bonus physical damage against enemy heroes with greater maximum health than you. So basically this is Perforator, but now turned into an ADC item. And I do think Perforator is better as an ADC item than an assassin item. And just the fact that it has crit on it alone will open it up to being built. Perforator before had a pretty mid as fuck passive, which is this right here on an assassin. Or you can't really build it, you couldn't build it on a bruiser. And the stats on it weren't good. Lightning Hawk, cost decreased from 3,300 to 3,200, attack speed increased from 20 to 25. Nice little buff. Stormbreaker, cost increased from 2,800 to 3,200, physical power decreased from 30 to 25, attack speed decreased from 40 to 35, and I got a build path change. Zap, passive, base damage decreased from 60 to 40, scaling decreased from 50 to 40. Added passive Thunderstruck, basic attacks deal 30 bonus physical damage on hit. Additionally, convert every 1% critical strike chance into 1.5 bonus additional physical damage on hit. So this is interesting because this item doesn't have crit on it, right? No, it shouldn't. Interesting. This new passive's a bit weird. I feel like it's here to somewhat mitigate the nerfs it got, because it got nerfed pretty hard, but then, like, surely just don't nerf it that hard. I don't know, this is weird. This does not synergize really well with it, I don't believe. Anyway, augmentation, health increase from 250 to 300. Nice. Bone Saw, attack toe, hell yeah. Attack speed increased from 6% to 10%. Stacks decrease from 6 to 3. Stacks change from falling off one at a time to falling off altogether. Sure, I thought this was like turbo buffed, but not really. Okay. Draconum. Physical power increased from 35 to 40. Passive. Missing health restore scaling changed from 12% of missing health to 100% bonus physical power. Attack speed removed. Oh. You can see how that is on Near Boots Chimera now. Legacy. Physical power increased from 40 to 45. Resolute passive removed. Tenacious Bravery passive CC immunity threshold increased from 30% to 40%. Sure. Mutilator ability has decreased. Omnivamp increased. Ooh. Omnivamp increased again. Maybe Mutilator's pretty good. Overlord health increased. Oh, this is Bludgeon passive. I'm gonna open up Pred because I don't remember what old Bludgeon passive is. Health increased from 350 to 450. That's pretty significant. Bludgeon passive gain plus 2.5% bonus health as physical power. Is Pred gonna do the thing where it opens? We'll come back to that. Tainted Blade. No, God. Of course. Maybe we won't come back to it. Let's just check it right now. This the second half of this patch notes. The patch notes today in general, I'm in shambles. This is something I wish I didn't have to do on patch notes. Basic attacks deal plus 3.5 bonus health physical damage on hit. Oh, so now wait, this is just straight up giving you it as physical power, so that it would apply. So instead we're allowing it to grant physical power so more bruisers can get used to the effects. This also removes Chimera's abuse cases, allowing the buff. I'm not necessarily sure how this changes Chimera abuse that much, but I'm not a dev. Anyway. Astral Catalyst, magical power increased from 60 to 75, Spellslinger passive removed. Azure Core, magical power increased from 50 to 60, Arcane Magic passive removed. Font passive, maximum stacks, 10 ability haste removed. Font now grants magic power equal to 3.5 of maximum mana when fully stacked. Dreambinder, health increased from 250 to 350, Thaw passive removed. Golem's Gift, cost increased from 2,800 to 2,900. Ability haste decreased from 20 to 10. A lot of ability haste going by the wayside, so see how that ends up playing out into the game. Stone Skin passive casting abilities now refresh 1 stack per cast up to a maximum of 5 stacks. Lifebinder, lots of stuff here changed. Cost increased from 3,100 to 3,200. Magical power increased from 60 to 70. Health increased from 200 to 275. Magical lifesteal increased from 10% to 15%. Ability haste removed. Magi passive removed, or Magi. Build path changed. So that passive is achieving takedown grants magical power for 8 seconds. Okay. I think this is just better, to be honest. I like this is I think this is a significant buff. Magnify, attack speed increased from 30 to 50. Whew, ability haste removed. Shredding strikes, shred decreased from 6% per stack to 5% per stack. Magnifying strikes, magical power per stack decreased from 8 to 6. Oblivion Crown, current health damage increased from 8% to 10%. Bonus magical damage removed. Okay. Prophecy, magical power increased from 60 to 70. Ability haste decreased from 20 to 10. Hasty reworked. Hasty gain plus 30% bonus attack speed. Ability haste. Okay. Spellbreaker magical armor increased from 35 to 40. Tainted Scepter added 10 magical pen. Ooh, wait, pen? Flat pen? Flat pen? On my anti-heal? Dude, say less. Say less. Ability haste removed. Build path slightly changed. Malice passive. Damage reworked from true damage into magical damage. Okay, that's a little cringe. World Breaker. Magical power increased from 40 to 55, or 45 to 55. Maya. Scaling changed from 2% maximum health to 4% bonus health. Oh, interesting. That's a significant rework. Tank. Cost decreased from 3,100 to 3,000. This is Crystalline Cuirass. I don't know why I just said tank. Cost decreased from 3,100 to 3,000. Health increased from 275 to 350. Magical armor decreased from 70 to 60. Volatile passive removed. Build path changed. And 2 new passives. Celestial Carapace? Receive magical damage, grant stacks of Jesus. For 5 seconds, stacking up to 6 times. Stacks can only be gained once every second. Celeste passive. Gain 5 magical armor per stack. At maximum stacks, gain 15% additional movement speed. So this is like the new Void Helm. Okay, this is one thing I don't understand about Pred and the way they're doing things, is when they rework items, they just like, it seems like a lot of the time what they do is they're like, we want to rework an item. So they'll rework it, right? They're like, okay, so we want to rework Cuirass. So we're reworking it. And then they're like, but for some reason we want to just like get confusing with it and then slide that rework onto a different item and then take that different item and now make Cuirass that item. So Cuirass is basically now what should have been the rework for Void Helm, and now Void Helm has also been reworked. We're also reworking Void Helm. Why didn't we just keep this as the Void Helm? This is so much closer to Void Helm than it is to Cuirass. Why not just keep that on Void Helm? Who knows? This is interesting though. I liked old Cuirass. I don't know why we... Anyway, I like this change. Dynamo. Reworked to a support item classification. Cost decreased from 2,800 to 2,600. Health decreased from 300 to 200. Physical armor decreased from 55 to 35. 10 ability haste added. Build path changed. Immobilizer passive reworked. Immobilizing enemy causes them to take 10% increased damage for 4 seconds. Flux Matrix. Cost decreased from 2,900 to 2,700. Health decreased from 350 to 300. Magical armor increased from 35 to 40. Frost Guard. Physical armor increased from 60 to 70. Ability haste decreased from 15 to 10. Chilling Presence. Radius increased from 400 to 700. Movement speed slow removed. Stifle passive. Attack speed slow per stack increased from 3% to 4%. Stacks increased from 5 to 6. Rayment of Renewal. Health regeneration decreased from 125% to 100% because that's all we do with that item. Stonewall. Health increased from 150 to 250. Bulwark is its passive. Physical armor scaling decreased from 7.5 to 5%. Tainted Guard. Physical armor increased from 40 to 50. Ability haste decreased from 50 to 10. Blighted Thorn. Scaling increased, okay, from 21% to 30%. Void Helm. Reworked. Cost decreased from 3,100 to 2,900. Health decreased from 500 to 450. Magical armor increased from 30 to 40. Ability haste decreased from 15 to 10. Justicar passive removed. Added 2 new passives. Anima. Gain 10% increased healing. Abyssal Grasp. Immobilizing an enemy hero restores 3% of your maximum health over 4 seconds. This item is stupid. And that's the end. There's some bug fixes, and there you go. Thanks for everyone for checking out the video. I was excited for this patch, and then now that I've read the patch notes, I think some of it's really fucking goofy. Anti-Shield's back. I'm jazzed about that, but that's all for me. Bears out. Peace!